Okay, good morning, everyone. We are going to go ahead and get started with today's live lesson. Before we start, I am turning my video on so that you can see what I look like. I am Mrs. Goodman, and I am going to be doing today's live lesson, which is explaining how to submit the unit activity assignments and the Dropbox activity assignments in Edmentum. So this is me. Hi, everyone. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So I went right to, this is one of our test students. I logged in as that test student so that I can show you how we are going to go, how to go ahead and submit these assignments. Most of these unit activity assignments or Dropbox activity assignments are found in your English classes, but you may find something in maybe a history class also, but most of them are in the English classes. So when you would log into your Edmentum, this is your home screen. So I am going to go ahead and show you what it would look like and how to submit it in in the uh, in the English class. Sorry. All right. So here we are here's an English. It's a 12th grade English. So if you go to all activities, it's going to show you how the class is set up, and it's set up by units. So this English 12th grade English first semester has 3 units. And if we click on Unit 1, you know by now that it is a tutorial and a mastery test. Tutorial mastery test, tutorial mastery test. The unit activities look different. You will find them separate. So here is the first unit activity that we find in the English class. Okay, so it says here unit activity, and what you would do is you would click on it, and it opens up like this. Oops, it's going to open up like this. So you're going to go ahead and go through the pages. Okay, it's going to give you the objectives of the activity. It's going to give you a little introduction. Make sure you read all of that. It's going to give you how it's graded, but don't worry so much about the grading. Every teacher does grading a little bit different, so don't worry about looking over the grading, that part of it. And then you're going to get into the tasks. So here is the first task. And the unit activities are graded on their own. So they're not part of the tutorials. They're not part of like the mastery tests or post tests. They have their own separate grades, and they're weighted. They count as 10% of your overall grade. So it's really important that you do the unit activities, okay? So you're going to go through and basically read all of this information. Anything that's blue like this, you can click on, and it will open up and give you some added information. Okay, let's see. Can you see, if you can type in the chat box, can you see the page that just opened up saying evaluating information? Great. Okay, thank you. All right, so this is so that's what it will do. It will open up, and it'll just give you some information that added information that you can use for completing the assignment. Okay. So I see we have a couple more participants, which is fantastic. So let's see, Raven and Ilham. I am Mrs. Goodman, and we just got started with the live lesson. So if you could just type in the chat box the name of your teacher so I can let them know that you attended the live lesson, and that would be great. Okay, so you're going to read over the information. Anything in blue is added information you can click on to help you with the assignment. When you get to the assignment, make sure you read the entire assignment, what it's asking you for. So choose one of the 2 topics detailed below. So you're going to choose one of these topics, and it's asking here simply, which topic did you choose? That's all it's asking. So in the box, you would type if you chose Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, or if you chose the Canterbury Tales. So you would just type in which assignment you chose. Okay, and then you would move on to the next question. Okay, don't make it any more difficult than it is, okay? And then it said here, the next part is asking, it's telling you that you consulted different sources to write your essay. Basically, this is after you chose your topic, you're going to have to read some information in order to write an essay. So it's telling you here, you're going to write an analytical essay that examines how this poem, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, fits into the genre of medieval romance. Or you're going to write, let's see, examine to what extent the pardoner's tale or the nun's priest's tale seem to mock aspects of religion in general or Christian beliefs and church practices at a particular time. So depending on which one you choose, you're going to have to go and research some information, whether you're going to go to a library and look at books, whether you're going to go on the internet and look at different websites. And all you want to put here is what sources did you use to help you with your paper. Okay, now it's saying here, like certain formats, the teachers are not really trying to have you fail or trying to be really tough on you. They just want you, to do the assignment. So make sure that if you have questions, like if you're not sure what this is and do you have to put it in MLA or APA format, give your teacher a call, send her a text, an email, just asking. Because sometimes all they want is the website. That's all you have to do, okay? Then the next part asks you to write the thesis sentence of your paper here. The thesis sentence is basically, what are you going to talk about in your paper? So you would just write in this box your opening sentence, your thesis sentence. What are you going to talk about in your paper? Okay. And then the last part is where you would write, it says upload your essay. Upload your essay to the graded activities panel on the left side of the screen. Okay, so we have to go here, and there we see graded activity panel. This is the submitting the assignment is where a lot of students are having difficulty. So you would click on the graded activity panel. It opens up, and actually this was practiced before, so that's why yours will not say submitted for score, because was submitted earlier today. I was practicing. But what you're going to do, okay, you pick your topic, you write your thesis, you write your paper, and our teachers are not looking for 3, 4, 5-page papers. They're looking for 3 or 4 paragraphs that you write that answers the topic that you chose. Okay, so you're going to write. Whenever it asks for a paper, don't get overstressed. And again, if you're not sure, how long should this paper be? How much do you want? Email, call, text your teacher and ask. That's the best way to find out that information. All the teachers are here. We want you to ask us. We want to help you. So if you are confused, please contact your teacher and say, hey, it's saying I have to write, a paper. Is that 5 pages? What do you want? And your teacher will go over that with you, okay? So once you do that, you are going to be writing your paper, whether you like to handwrite in your notebook, whether you type it up on a Word document, if you have Word on your computer. I understand that most of the computers have Open Office, which is like Word, where you can write your paper in Open Office. Or if you have a Gmail account and you have Google, you can go to your Google, and there you can go to the documents in Google. Okay, so we're going to go to more. Again, can everybody see my Google page? I just want to make sure everybody can see that. I just switch screens that you can see that. Again, if you can just type a quick yes in the chat box, that would help me. Great, good. Thank you very much. All right, so you would go to your Google. If you have Google, you'd go to your Google and you would press more to get to Google Docs. And you would start a blank page. And you can write your paper here, okay? All right, so this is where it gets important of where you're writing your paper. So if you have Word, if you have Open Office, if you have Google, and you type your paper on a document, when you get done typing, okay, here's my paper, I'm all done. It is important that you save your paper. Let's see. Oh, in Google, yes. Where am I here? You want to save it to your desktop. All right, here, in Google, where are we going to put it? Okay, download as, thank you for the help. So you're going to download as, whether, you know, whatever program you have, so you would download it. And then you are going to save it to your desktop. That is the most important thing, is that that you want to do. So let me see, where did it go? Let's just say here, let's see if I can. Oh, there it is, sorry. Okay, so then here, save as, you want to go to your desktop and save it there, okay? So we're going to save it as English paper so that I can find it, okay? And I'm saving it to my desktop, all right? Now, once whether you saved it in Word, like I said, Word, Google Doc, Open Office, once it's saved to your desktop, then it's very easy. You go here where it says the graded activity, you hit Files, and you're going to upload a new file. So you know that it's on your desktop, so you go to your desktop, there's my English paper, open, upload, and it's sent to your teacher. And you can see here, English paper uploaded. So then you are all set, okay? Oh, thank you thank you guys for helping me out with that downloading. Okay, so that's how you would submit it through this graded activity button here. Let's say you, for some reason, you don't have Open Office, you don't have Word, you don't have Google, what do you do then? You can always email it to your teacher. So if you go to, let's see, we gotta go, I'm gonna wait through. You can go back to your home page here, and your email right here. You can start a new message. You type in your teacher's name. Let's see, not all the teachers are in here. Let's say your teacher was Miss Nickel. You would type your teacher's name. You would put in your subject, your English paper, and then you would just type your paper here or copy and paste it from wherever you did it, type it right in here and send it to your teacher. Okay, so that's another way you can get it to your teacher. The other way is if you are in the activity. So we're going to go back to activities. We're going to go back to the unit activity here. And we're going to get back to that page. Close that up. Okay. Oh. Okay, so we get back to our page where our essay. You see in this box here, it says write your thesis sentence. If you don't have any way of submitting it, just put here, you write your thesis sentence. So you would write your thesis sentence. And then you would say, here is my paper. And you can start typing your paper right here. Because when the teacher goes to grade it, we have to go through each of the pages on the activity. So we will see, oh, you know, Susie put her paper right here. All right, I'll grade it here. So those are the ways Oh, great, Xander, you are right. Okay, when you do, see, he was okay. You do need to submit it for a score. So I forgot that part. So when I upload, I choose my file, my English paper, I open, I upload it. Now we have to submit for a score, or else it will not get to the teacher. So thank you for letting me know that. Okay, so you would just submit for a score. Okay, so when you hit submit for a score, this little box opens up. If you want to write a message to your teacher here, you could say, you know, I submitted my paper, or you don't have to write anything and just submit for a score. And now here's another way you can submit your paper. Here, okay, so you would submit for a score and you would send it to your teacher, okay? And so now our English paper is here. So now it's sent to my teacher. So you can either write your paper in Word, Open Office, Google Doc, save it to your desktop, come to the graded activity area on the left side of the assignment, upload it, and submit it to your teacher. That's one way. The other way is you can send it to your teacher via email in Edmentum. You can put your paper right there and send it that way. A third way is if there is a box, an open box here in your assignment, you can type your paper right in the box and it will be submitted that way. So I have a few questions here. Let me take a look here. Okay, so yes, you need to select once you go here, once you upload the file and you find it, you do need to hit, now see it's already been submitted, so it's not going to let me, but you do need to hit submit for a score. You do need to hit that, okay? If by chance you hit submit for review, when the teacher gets it, she'll change it to submit for a score and she'll give you a grade. So don't worry if you forgot to hit submit to score and you just hit submit for a review. That's not a problem, okay? All right. Let's see. Okay, so there you go. You're right. You do have to click the paper that you're going to send. We can do that, include the files. We've already submitted this, so it's not going to do. Now, what you can do is undo the submission, undo it. It will undo all of them. Now you can choose which one you want to submit, and you can submit it again. Okay, so if you do make a mistake, there is the undo button. So let's say I wrote the paper once, then I did it again. So you can undo it and then resubmit for score. Okay, and then it'll tell you which one was submitted for scoring. All right, so that is that is a way you can submit the assignment. So if we continue through the activity, when you are doing these unit activities, you have to make sure that every box has an answer because that's what you're getting graded on. So again, read the entire question, type your response. Anything in blue is added information that will help you answer the question. So you can click on that and it will open up and you'll be able to see, you know, get added information. But you're going to click, you have to type an answer in the box to get graded. No answer, no grade. Okay. Now for this one, it's having the last box is saying write your essay in the space provided. So you don't have to worry about uploading anything here. You just type your essay right here. Okay, and then you go through, and once you get to the end, you save and exit. And then your assignment is sent to the teacher. When we get the assignment, we go right in the activity and we go through each page, making sure that all the questions were answered, and we grade it that way, okay? But again, the most important, if you have any questions at all as to, even if you don't understand what the question's asking, if you're not sure how much you should be writing, always contact your teacher and he or she will explain exactly what they expect, and that's the best way to do it. All right, so that's how the unit activities work. Now there is Sometimes you will see a Dropbox activity, which is a little different. So in this English class, in Unit 3, we have right here, Dropbox activity. Unit 3 also has a unit activity that you'll need to do, but it also has a Dropbox. So we'll click on our Dropbox activity, and now what happens is you can either click here or download to my computer to open up the assignment and see what it's asking. Okay. Oh, sorry. So there it is. So here is my Dropbox activity. And usually it's just one question that requires just a short answer. Okay, so it gives you a little bit background here, and then here's the assignment. Imagine that you are in charge of directing cultural trends for the next 10 years. What would you change about the current culture in terms of literature? For example, how would you change the style, accessibility, and the ease with which you comprehend text? What sort of qualities would you like to see in literature or other forms of art? Consider how you would guide the creation of these cultural changes, including what role current events and the government would play and how the market would promote your vision. Also think about other people's agendas for cultural change and how yours differs. Students read this and they're like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to be writing here? You know what you do? Contact your teacher and just like, this is what exactly do you want? When my students contact me, I say simply, I just want about a paragraph just telling me how would you direct cultural change in the next 10 years. In the next 10 years, what would you like to see? And just pick one of these things in terms of literature and culture. And you would just write a couple sentences about that. Now, here you cannot type here. So the problem comes, again, you would have to Word document, Google document, open Office, open up a page, type your answer. Okay, once you're typed, you're going to save it to your desktop, and then it's going to work the same way. You're going to upload a new file, find it on your desktop, choose it, open it, upload, and it's submitted, and you can see it right here. Okay, so you can see a lot of times what students do is they take they're uploading the question without the answer. So you have to type your answer on a different document and upload it. Again, if you don't have Word, Open Office, Google Docs, you can copy the question, put it in an email, answer it, and send it to your teacher. So another way to do it is to email it. So if you don't have a document that you can type on and upload, then just copy the question, send your teacher an email. I would put, discussion neoclasm so they know what assignment that is, and then type your answer in the email, and you can send it that way. Teachers are very, very accommodating here. We're not going to give you a 0 because you emailed it to us instead of downloaded it instead of uploading it into Edmentum. We really want all our students to be successful. So just, again, contact your teacher and let him or her know that you're going to be emailing the assignment. I'm just taking a quick minute here just to make sure I have everybody listed so I can give this to your teachers. If you have not sent me the name of your teacher, can you please do that in the chat box? Okay. Just 1 second. Okay. All right. So if you haven't sent me the name of your teacher, just please do it in the chat box, and then that's how we do the Dropbox activity. So it's really important that you do these assignments. Like I said, they are worth 10% of your grade, so you want to make sure that you do them because not doing them is going to affect your grade. So make sure you do the Dropbox activities, and the unit activities. And don't be afraid to call your teacher and ask for help. That's what the teachers are there for. We really want to help you, and we really want you to be successful. And any questions on any of that? If you have a question, you can go ahead and type it in there in the chat box. Any questions on how to submit a Dropbox activity or a unit activity? Okay. All right, great. So the final thing I want to go over really quickly is many students are not checking their emails or, you know, looking at their emails. So when you get a new email, these are emails here on the side of your computer, okay, on the side here. You can dismiss them right from here. You can click on them and open them. When you do open it that way, it takes you to your email messages here. There is not a delete button, so how you have to delete the emails is archiving them, okay? So you read this email, okay, I'm good, I'm going to archive it, I'm all set. Okay, go back to my inbox and look at the emails. It's really important that you read your emails, and as a teacher, when I send emails out, I would really love for like a little response back so that I know you got it. I know that you don't always read your emails, but if you do get an email from your teacher, you know, if she sends you some information, just say, you can email her back, him or her back, thank you, or I got this, or anything. It's just nice to know that our students are reading our emails because we do spend time sending them, and it's nice to know that you are reading them. And again, the ones that once you've read them and you don't want, you're good with it, send them to the archive. Okay. So that was the one way to get to your email, is by clicking the emails here on the side, or if you go to your messages up here, if you have a little red circle, that means you have emails that you have not read. So you need to go and make sure you read them. Once you read them, they do turn gray. So that's how you know that they've been read. And that's how we go down there. And I'm not sure why this is not going to the archive. Oh, maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here we're going to archive here. If you need to reply to your teacher, you just hit the reply button. Their name will come up. You know, just make sure you send them a little reply. They love that to get it, and then you send. Okay. Then once you're done, we can archive that, and it's off of so we don't have this big list of emails waiting for us. So really important that you do read your emails. There's a lot of good information. I know that the 6 students here today have read it because that's how you found out about today's live lesson. So thank you very much for reading that email. I am going to give your teachers the list of names, and they will mark you down for extra credit. Each teacher does extra credit a little bit different. So the next time you talk to the teacher, remind him or her, hey, I was at the live lesson. How do you do extra credit if you don't know? Maybe you've already talked to the teacher and you know what they're going to do. So I will send those names to the teachers. But I'm very happy that you all joined today. If you have, I'm going to give one last chance. Any questions on what we covered today, or just anything in general that you want to ask? I'll give you a minute to see if anybody has a question. Okay, and I'm just sending a couple messages because I do need a teacher from a couple people. Okay. And All right, good question. We have a question of what is the collaboration thing for up here, collaboration. Good question. That is some teachers, what it would be, the teacher would have to schedule this. And at that point, we are not really using that tool right now, but it's a way, like let's say a teacher wanted to have a meeting to explain a lesson with 2 or 3 students. She could set up this collaboration, you would join and you would be able to, it's like a whiteboard, and you would be able to chat and talk with the teacher, and she can explain things in this collaboration meeting here. But we're really not using that. It hasn't been used this year. If your teacher has used it, that's great. I have not used it this year. I don't know too many teachers who have, but that's what the collaboration tool is something that's set up by the teacher. Good question. All right, anything else? All right. Well, thank you so much again for joining. I'm really glad you all were here. Have a great day and hope to see you at my next live lesson. Bye.